Hey party people! Thanks for joining. Let me know when you hop on this video. Just give me a quick hi, hello. Make sure you tell me if you can hear me, or if I'm being too loud, if I'm screaming at you. I'm so excited to share with you guys the magic of Color Street, because it truly is magical and has changed my life. And if you've tried it, you know how amazing it is. And if you haven't tried it, you are going to love this. And I can't wait for you to get it on your hands. And I can't wait to hear all about how much you love it, because it really, really is amazing. So I'm going to show you guys, if you're in my VIP group or if you're friends with me, then you've seen that I had my manicure on for almost 14 days, so almost a full 2 weeks. And the only reason that I changed it is so that I could do an example for you guys tonight. So I had that on for that long and it still looked fantastic. But I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys an example of how to apply it and some tips and tricks that I've learned. And really one of the reasons why it lasted so long, because I'm not gonna lie, not every mani lasts that long for me. They all last a long time, but not very many last me 2 weeks. And there have been some things that I've learned along the way that have helped me make my manicures last longer. And I want to share those tips with you guys because I want you to get the biggest bang for your buck. And I want you to really get everything that you can out of these because you deserve it. So first of all, in your kit, you're going to get 2 sets of strips. And I've kind of already opened this one, so I'm just going to show you. I torn them apart a little bit. But you get 16 nail strips. I can get 2 manis and 2 pedis out of every set. Not everybody can do that. It really depends on the length of your nails and all of that. It really depends on you. But I can typically get two manis, 2 pedis out of every one. Either way, you're going to get a minimum of 2 manis out of every single set. So you get that. You get a cute little nail file and a prep pad. So I've already prepped my nails, so I'm not gonna show you how to prep your nails. It's really just an alcohol swab, and you just clean your nails off with it. So the important part of this is that you wanna make sure that your nails are clean so that when you adhere your nail, or your nail strip, that it's adhering to your nail bed and not dirt on your nail, because then it'll lift up and it won't last nearly as long. So don't underestimate the importance of that prep pad. Another thing that I have learned, if you saw my hand, you can't see what I'm doing under the table, but I keep getting really close to the camera, and that is because I am warming up my hands with my space heater, and I have my strip in my hand. So you don't have to heat them. It's not like Jamberry where you have to use a heating tool, but when your hands are cold or you're applying them in a cold room, they tend to be a little bit harder to apply. And they don't stick as well, or they dry faster. So if you warm them up just a smidge, it kind of helps with that adhering. So that's another tip that I've learned. So now to show you really quick, I just have my thumbs to do. I've done my other ones earlier today. So I'm gonna take this first little clear tab off. That's really just a color protector. And then I'm gonna split this in half. So what I like to do here is I like to bend this in half so I'm not over touching the side, because it is double-sided. I'm gonna pull this tab off, and then I'm gonna place it on my nail. So you wanna get it as close to your cuticle as possible without getting it on your cuticle, and then rub towards the end of your nail, and then back and forth. So the reason you wanna do it back and forth and not just straight up is so that you rub all of the creases and the bubbles out of the side. If you rub up, then you're more likely to have bubbles in your nail. So after you get it rubbed side to side, you can rub it up, and that's okay. So now I'm going to just lean it over the end of my nail, and I'm just gonna, you can use a cuticle pusher, you can use your fingers as tools, whatever suits you, whatever you prefer. And I'm just gonna perforate it off, and I've got it placed. So you can see that I have a little bit extra on my skin. This is no big deal, girls. This is where I like to use a cuticle pusher, because I feel like if I use my nails in this, that sometimes it'll chip my nail. So I'm just gonna go along the side and press with my cuticle pusher and kind of just scrape that away, just like that. And now this one isn't in a spot where I can do that. So now I'm just gonna take my nail file and I'm going to file this way. So I file it off of my nail. I tried to do this where you guys can see it, but it's kind of difficult because then I can't see it. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm basically just cleaning it up around the edges. So that nail is done. I've got, it looks like it's hanging, but I have a really bad problem with my nails breaking like right here. And actually Color Street has really helped me with that because they would break off to the quick and they would just rip right off. But since I've been wearing these nail strips, they still break every now and then, but these hold my nail together. And so it's less painful. My nails have been stronger. And I couldn't be more grateful for these, honestly, because I was so tired of my thumbnails, both sides, breaking constantly, just right here down the middle. So these have really helped, and that's why it looks like I have a weird lump in my nail. And I don't know if I can use this on my other nail, but I'm gonna see what I can do because it might not be long enough to fit. So I'm gonna warm it up just a little bit because it's been sitting on the on the table. And I'm gonna do the same thing where I just put it right on my cuticle, or right above my cuticle. And okay, so hopefully you can see this. It's just a little bit too short. So I am just gonna rub it and I'm gonna gently pull it up. Now if I pull too hard, it will rip, but if I just gently pull, see how I just covered that? I just made it fit. And now I don't have to use another nail strip. Pretty awesome, right? And then I'm just gonna perforate it off the end. Sorry, we're fighting with the baby to go to sleep. He has not been wanting to go to bed. We put him in a toddler bed and he just crawls out and he's like, hey, I'm here. So he's trying to cuddle daddy, but he's not doing great with bedtime right now. You guys have that problem? Anybody? It's just me, my only mom, having a toddler going to bed problem. Is everybody's kids out of school tomorrow? Is it? I'm assuming Martin Luther King Day, everybody's out of school. My son said, I don't want to go to school today or tomorrow. And I said, granted. Okay, so there's my thumbnails. So here's my other tip of how I made mine last longer. Overlays. So there is a Clear as Day, which is like a top coat if you were to be painting your nails. It's like putting a clear coat of nail polish on the top of your nails. You're gonna get just as many manis out of that as you would any other set. So if you can get 2 manis and 2 petties out of your set, you can get two manis and 2 petties out of your Clear as Day. But you can also use, and this is what I prefer because I like all things sparkly, you can also use a clear overlay. So this is Shangri-La. So I really like this, and I put just Shangri-La by itself on my ring finger, and now I'm gonna put this over the top of my other nails. And it'll look super pretty. And I probably won't do all of them. And I'm definitely not gonna do all of them on the video because you guys don't wanna sit here and watch me do my nails. But, so I'm gonna warm this up a little bit again. Not much, just for like a second. Fold it in half. Take off this top tab. And then place it on my, I keep saying on my cuticle, close to my cuticle. And rub up and side to side. And then I'm gonna just press underneath to cut it off. And there you go. That is Jewel of Mumbai and Shangri-La. So Jewel of Mumbai is not available. That is an exclusive retired shade, but Shangri-La is. It's very, very pretty. And I actually didn't even know that it was clear in the back. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's clear. It's not an overlay necessarily, but I'm using it as an overlay, and the more layers you can get on, the longer your mani is gonna last. So I am so obsessed with Color Street. I've been using Color Street for almost a year, and I was debating back and forth on whether I wanted to be a stylist. I was already doing another direct sales, and I was doing pretty well with it, and I loved it. And then I just decided one day, I'm just gonna give this a shot. And I signed up, and it has been so much more than I ever imagined. I am so grateful that I joined, and I wish I would have joined sooner. It has been a huge blessing for me, and it gives me an opportunity to meet new people and to be creative, and whether it's making graphics, which is fun for me, or whether it's just being creative with my mani or helping somebody else decide what they need to make their mani look fabulous. It has been so much fun. So I appreciate you guys being here tonight. I'm gonna jump back online with you guys, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this party. Thanks, guys.